All right. Good morning, everyone, wherever you're tuning from. This is TICAS Live. We are glad to be awake and alive this morning. Good heavens. We are talking about Toastmasters East African Conference. If you have been under the rock, you have clearly missed out. The biggest event that is happening in the Toastmasters calendar, it is going to be lit because we are going to Mombasa. It is about the beach vibes. It is about the warm weather. It is about the delicious, tasty food that Mombasa has to offer. It is about the richness of the culture. But more so, the coming together of Toastmasters from East Africa. We have 10 countries joining us at the Toastmasters East African Conference that will be taking place from 9th to 11th May at the Pride in Paradise Beach Hotel. What will you be doing? That's a big question. That is what we're going to talk about. What are the benefits of Toastmasters East African Conference, and why should you stop everything? Stop parenting, leave your kids behind, leave your job behind. Whatever it is you're doing between 9th and 11th, drop it and let's go to Mombasa. The benefits will be amazing. They will be phenomenal. It is not just for Toastmasters. It is also for non-Toastmasters. So if you're not a Toastmaster and you're wondering, what is it? What are you guys talking about? Then this is the place to get to understand, get to be enlightened, and register afterwards to get your TEACON ticket. But what is the need for Toastmasters? Today, for any club that shows up, makes noise on the charts, the club with the highest number will get the $100 exclusive offer valid for only 24 hours. So make sure you do it and win it for your club this morning. Great. Now, to start us off, I have two gentlemen. Good heavens, it feels so good to be queening with these two gentlemen today. I feel like a queen bee, but yes, I will not rub it in their face. Kevin Rabia and Demilesh. I will not dare pronounce Demilesh's second name. It is a difficult name, so I will let him introduce himself. Allow me to just roll with it. If you can start us off, Dr. Kevin Rabia. Who is Dr. What does he do? Why is he in Toastmasters? What does he do in Toastmasters? And also, what does he do beyond Toastmasters?
Thank you, Candy. Hi, Candy. Hi, East Africa. Hi, Demelash, of course. My name is Kevin Rupia. I'm a doctor by profession. I am also a network marketing professional, and I'm a Toastmaster through and through. I joined Toastmasters 4 years ago. Then was just before COVID, and I was looking for something to make myself a bit more active, to broaden my networks and to have fun. You can imagine, as a doctor, my life was really mundane, and I wanted something to excite me, and that's what I found in Toastmasters, and I've never left since. Since joining in 2020, I became my club's sergeant at arms. Shout out to Downtown Toastmasters Club. Please put your names in the chat. I'm happy to see you here. Then I became a sergeant. I started as a sergeant at arms, went to a president, area director, and I'm the Division D director. Division D represents clubs in Central, Eastern, and Western Kenya, together with bilingual clubs, Watabaruku Bilingual and Pasaha Bilingual Toastmasters clubs. In a nutshell, that's me, Candy.
You know, as you're talking, I can't believe that you joined Toastmasters just the other day. It doesn't, how? It doesn't make sense that you joined Toastmasters the other day, and here you are really shining.
Thank you. Thank you,
I think
Candy.
that's commendable because a lot of people join Toastmasters and they end up staying there for quite some time without doing much, you
Mhm.
know? So when you
Yes.
hear of someone who has stayed in Toastmasters and is growing in leaps and bounds, it's commendable. I see Demilesh has just dropped off and he is now back. Okay, there we go. So as we wait for Demolish to fully log in, what is the one thing that you have gained from being a Toastmaster?
One, just one. We
Just
only have time
one.
for one. Okay. To learn to accept feedback and
Aha.
appreciate it and not take it personally.
Mm-hmm.
I used to take things personally a lot. I
Uh-huh.
feel that I put my heart and soul into things. It's like having a baby and being told it looks ugly. I know you really you're not you didn't really take part in the making of the baby like directly, if you know what I mean. But
Yes.
you still feel like, wow, this was my baby. How dare you? And
Uh-huh.
I am learning, especially in Toastmasters, it's a safe
Mm.
space to express feedback and to learn
Yes,
to receive it. So that's
that is
one
true.
thing that I've gained very well.
I like that. I like that. And now Demolish has joined us. Demolish, if you can so kindly introduce yourself, we get to hear you. And please tell us how to pronounce the second name before we kill it, we murder it, we massacre it. Tell us how to pronounce that name. You've disappeared again. Demolish, if you can unmute yourself and turn on your video. Okay. I think he's having a challenge. Anyway, let us proceed as we wait for him to get ready. Kevin, have you
Yes,
been to a
Kenny.
TEACON before? Have you ever attended TEACON before?
Imagine no, and that's why I'm looking forward to this one. I have attended virtually. However, it's not the real thing. So you just hear people shouting, people eating nice food. Oh, we enjoyed the lunch. But some of us here were just saying, yay, on the sidelines. So at least this one, I have to make it, especially
Uh-huh.
because it's in Kenya. And I've
Uh-huh.
never been to TEACON before physically. So
Wow.
I have to go for this one.
Why didn't you come to Tanzania last week? Was it yesterday?
The TEACON for 2023.
Yes.
Yeah, some of us, okay, that was a bit hefty for some of us, the price tag. So, and our sponsors, yeah, didn't make it, unfortunately.
Mm.
However,
Uh-huh.
this one, I'm
Uh-huh.
sure I'm going to make it. I've even paid for my
The ticket.
$100 ticket.
Can
Yes,
I can I tell you something?
tell me.
People think of price tags and it
Uh-huh,
scares them. But if I tell you how much I spent for my accommodation, you'd be shocked.
tell me,
For the
tell
three
us.
days.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, I spent 9,000 shillings and I was in the middle of CBD
Ooh,
for the 3 nights that I was there.
that's accommodation.
That's accommodation.
Uh-huh.
If you decided to come down, okay, by flight it was expensive.
Okay.
It was about 40K.
Mm-hmm.
But for those who came by road,
Mm-hmm.
it was less than 5,000 shillings return.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's already like 14,000 shillings on accommodation and transport. Then food, it's TZ. Food is not expensive. Now, the food was honestly not expensive. I mean, you've been eating the whole day from the conference.
Wow.
So by the time it's getting to nighttime, there is street food. And then you always get that friend who's like, no, I got this. You just, yeah, the Tanzanians are known for hosting and hosting very well. So you've got the guys from TZ telling you, you know what, we got this covered. You just sit and take care. It's just a small meal. So it wasn't as expensive as you'd think it will be.
Hmm.
And
I
that is one
rest my
thing that
case.
we need to demystify. I am queen of traveling on bargain. I won't say cheap. I like
Okay.
traveling on a bargain. And being an avid traveler, I've learned the art of maximizing maximizing the event, but
Hmm.
minimizing your costs to bare minimum. And it is very possible. So that's one thing that a lot of people are wondering, is it, how expensive is it? If you want an affordable trip, it's the equivalent of 25K. That's accommodation for the three
Hmm.
days. This is
Mm-hmm.
minus the ticket, your accommodation, your food, and the transport to and from the venue. And this is within Shanzu. If you decide to stay at a place like Nyali, that's a different conversation. But within Shanzu, it is definitely affordable. Yeah.
Thanks for breaking it down for me
You're
and for
welcome.
us all.
You're welcome. Demilash, you're here. Are you able to, I don't know what challenges you're experiencing, but are you able to introduce yourself? Yes, I
Yes,
see you
yes, now.
nodding.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. There you go. Tell
Wow.
us.
Okay. My name is Damalla Shondamage. I'm the current Division E Director for Toastmasters in Ethiopia and some of the clubs in Kenya, Nairobi. And I have been in Toastmasters for 6 years. And my leadership also grown starting from serving my club as Sajjatatar, then it grows like that. So it's a great pleasure and excitement hearing that the TEACON is knocking at the door. So we all are excited to join. Yes, thank you.
Demilash, tell me, what is your club? What is the name of your club?
Okay. In Ethiopia,
Yes.
there are almost 10 clubs. Addis Ababa Toastmasters Club,
Uh-huh.
Jupiter Toastmasters, Blue Nile Toastmasters, ICS Toastmasters, Lucy Toastmasters, Leap Toastmasters, Radisson Toastmasters, Imperial Toastmasters. These are the clubs that we have in Ethiopia. When it's
Mm-hmm.
come to Kenya, Nairobi, we have Anchored Toastmasters, Current Toastmasters, Nairobi Toastmasters, last but not least, Amref Toastmasters.
Oh, these are the clubs within your division. Yes? Demilash. Demilash? Kevin, is it me or Demilash has frozen?
Yes, I think Demelash has frozen, but he's about to get for us some tea, and he should be back for this tea cast.
Okay, so it seems like it would just be a lot of banter between you and me.
Okay, for
So
now, yes.
for now, what is the one thing that you look forward to TCON? And when you look at from the rumors that you've had, I am sure you've had rumors about TCON and what happens at TCON. What is the one
Yes.
thing you're looking forward to? Or let me not say one thing. What are you looking forward to? And how are you planning on maximizing the benefits of TCON?
Wow, tough one. Let's see. Looking forward to, there's a lot to look forward to apart from the food, because I have
Yes.
to, let's say we are in the month of April. I need to gain at least 5 kgs by the end of the year. So anyone who's coming to TEACON, please just feed me. Feed me. Just come with a platter. Just feed me. I'm going to accept it gladly. So I'm looking
Just
forward.
hold
Yes.
up, hold up. You know, that's so hilarious because some of us are trying to tone our bodies to have a very summery beach body, and you're here telling us you're trying to gain weight. This is a shame. Life doesn't have any balance
I know,
completely.
right? So unfair. Some of us
It
have been
is.
trying to gain weight for the longest time. We are not
Uh-huh.
gaining weight.
Uh-huh.
So just feed me. If you want to be my friend in TEACON, just feed me. Give me anything you do not want to eat. I'll gladly accept.
I will
I'm
get you
looking
the fatty viazi karai, those fatty
all,
foods. Awesome. Go
please.
on.
Maybe
Uh-huh.
that will work finally.
What else?
I'm looking forward to dancing.
Oh.
Yes, there's a dance in Ethiopia, and Demelash can confirm. It's a
Uh-huh.
lot of shaking of the elbows. It's like twerking, but now with your shoulders. So he sits his back, he can tell me if he's going to teach me that dance. I know Demelash
Uh-huh.
is a very good dancer.
Ah, uh-huh.
Yes, those are the two things that come to my mind right now.
Okay, okay. You haven't, you have to also declare that you are, okay, let me just put you on the spot instead of making an assumption. Are you dating? Kevin. You know, it's an opportunity to network and meet people, and you just never know.
Yes, who knows? So apart from gaining weight, I may also gain someone else in my life. I'm not dating currently. I
Uh-huh.
am in the market and looking. So
Mm-hmm.
Mombasa might be the place for me, for you
You know
and
what?
I, if you're listening.
So you never know. Maximize that TEACON experience. There are benefits. But as we even speak of benefits, I want to bring Demilish back. Demilish, I hope you're going to hear us, and I hope we won't lose you again. Tell us about what is it. First, have you been to any TEACON before?
No,
This will be your first one as well.
yeah, this is my first, yeah.
Oh my goodness, we have a lot of people coming for the first time. Okay, with all honesty, you'd think I've
Yeah.
attended TEACON through and through from the time it was Botea, but last year was my first time, minus attending the virtual one. So this will be my second time, and I'm really excited. So Demilash, tell us from the Ethiopian perspective, what are you looking forward to in Mombasa?
Okay, great question. The first one is experience sharing. When I think of TEACON, we meet different people across the world, especially from East Africa. It's not such an easy thing as learning from other seasoned Toastmasters. If you take me, I have an experience meeting people with more than 25 years and learning that experience within just 25 minutes. So the first one is experience sharing. We meet different people, maybe including the international president. The other thing would be networking, as you said,
Yeah.
friendship.
Mm.
Things will be built based on friendship. When
Mm-hmm.
you have that good friendship, so it's easy to
Yeah.
communicate, to share informations.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is also one of the interesting that we are looking, as well as diversity. We celebrate
Yes.
diversity,
Mm-hmm.
and through that diversity, we learn a lot of things, as well as we are also able to make fun. As Dr. Kevin Rubia said, I
Yeah.
remember in the TEACON at Dar es Salaam, like Magdala and other teams were creating some dancing movement. So we are able to create that fun
Uh-huh.
environment. That's
Mm-hmm.
also one of the things with that traditional clothes
Mm-hmm.
coming. So we are looking the educational session
Yes.
also. It's also about the educational session. So
Mm-hmm.
in TEACON, there is a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom that we
Mm-hmm.
will get from that uh, TEACON, because the people who attended last year, when they told me
Mm-hmm.
it's their first time, but
Mm-hmm.
they told me they don't want to miss it again, because there is a lot of, as I said, experience sharing, networking, celebrating diversity, and meeting just beautiful people. Beautiful people means not in appearance, but beautiful
Yeah.
people in mind, in attitude. So it's not such an easy thing as being together with like-minded people. So
Mm-hmm.
we are looking a lot of things.
Yes.
That's why it's it's a long kilometer, or it's
Uh-huh.
a long distance from Ethiopia to Mombasa, but that's not much. But we are looking at all things from TEACON.
All right. I like that. I like that. The theme for this year's TEACON is a world of opportunities reimagine the future. So when you think of that, what are the opportunities for the past 6 years that you have gained just from being a Toastmaster? So this will probably go out for someone who has not heard about Toastmasters, a non-Toastmaster who's wondering, what is this? What are the benefits that you have gained since you joined Toastmasters?
Okay. I joined Toastmasters for public speaking. I didn't consider that in Toastmasters, we learn about leadership. But the tax for Toastmasters say that where leaders are made. I know leaders are born, but in Toastmasters, leaders are made. So leadership is naturally gifted for me. So I involved myself, immersed myself into the leadership. So since I joined Toastmasters, I am in leadership position. So what I get from Toastmasters, the first, as I said earlier, it is beautiful people in their mind. They are positive, professional, like-minded people. That is the first one. The other one is we learn by teaching others. When you are in the leadership position, you are responsible to lead your team. But for that, you need to have some knowledge. You need to absorb some knowledge. We give what we have. If we didn't have anything, we are unable to give it back.
Yeah, I agree.
So when I read for others, I'm learning for myself. So I love that saying, we learn by teaching others. And the other also, as I said, experience will be shared. In Toastmasters, every time, as Dr. Keva Rubia said, we have feedback. For instance, after this session, Dr. Keva Rubia, I will ask him to give me feedback how I spoke on these topics. So that's it. It's said that feedback is the breakfast of champions.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, in Toastmasters, we get that constructive feedback from each member so that there is no criticism in Toastmasters. One is encouraging the others. We lift each other. So that's what I get in Toastmasters, the encouragement, the mentorship, the coaching. And personally, I have developed myself, especially when I'm serving as a division director. I have got a lot of things in developing myself. Especially,
I like that.
I learned planning as if I didn't know planning at the first time. So I learning planning from the scratch. And I met a lot of people, especially this monthly special training. We meet across the world, different seasoned experience at Toastmasters. So there is a lot to talk about Toastmasters, the experience that Toastmasters gave us. But according to the time, let me move maybe to the next question.
Okay, I've gotten that. I think your focus has been entirely on leadership, and that is something that Toastmasters does empower us with. You do not anticipate how much you will be sharpened, because I'll tell you one thing, when you are leading people in a volunteer capacity, you cannot fire. You cannot pay them. You can create incentives. There has to be an extra thing that you provide as a leader to motivate people, because it's a volunteering thing. So it challenges you. And I like that. I like that you brought out the aspect of leadership. Toastmasters really sharpens you. You learn to persuade, to dissuade, to motivate, to inspire. You become a solid leader. I don't think after you have led in Toastmasters, I don't think you can fail in leadership anywhere else. I really don't think so. It sharpens your skills. So Dr. Rabia, tell us, what has been your experience even beyond Toastmasters as an organization? What have you gained by being a Toastmaster?
Focus. Focus is one thing I've learned by being a Toastmaster. That means I need to balance my time very well. Time management is at the core of leadership, the core of personal development. And I, being a student, I'm a master's student doing clinical psychology at the University of Nairobi. I need to make sure that I balance my time very well as a division director, as a member of Downtown Toastmasters Club, as a person who's looking for a girlfriend, as a person who's gaining weight, all those things. I have to juggle all those balls very well,
Yeah.
and including my studies. So focus, knowing that I have a date with Demelash and Candy from 6:30 to 8:30. After this, I do that. All that is important. The most, we are in Toastmasters to learn skills so that we take them outside. And focus has been one of the best qualities I can say that I have learned in Toastmasters to focus on my time. The other is finesse, finesse in how I do my things. By taking roles like the grammarian, the general evaluator, today I'm Toastmaster of the Day at SEMA. You're all welcome, East Africa, 6:30 to 8:30 a.m. East African time. PM, sorry, because right now we are here. 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. East African time. All these roles have helped me finesse my PowerPoint, my presentation skills. And these are things that I've also taken into my career when I present professionally. That means these things we learn are not just to be kept as a secret within us, but to give us the opportunity to make our mistakes in a safe environment, because that's the best way we learn. And not only make our mistakes, get positive feedback to help us become better, and therefore take what we learn and shine outside at our workplaces, at our families, at our social events, and have fun in the process. And that leads me to my last F, fun. I told you earlier, those who joined us earlier, that I was looking for a place to relax. Toastmasters has given me that safe space to be myself, to make my jokes, to laugh, to learn, and to just calm down, because life is too hard. We're not coming to Toastmasters to work again. We want to relax. So I've been able to translate this Kevin Toastmaster who's learned to relax, to also balance myself emotionally, mentally, such that when I go back to work, I'm at a better headspace. That's it for me. Fun, finesse, and focus. Candy.
Fun, finesse, and focus. Ain't that the truth? I think there's no other platform that I've seen in public speaking that provides such fun. You learn while having fun. And one of the things that I've experienced when it comes to fun is a meeting at Simba Toastmasters Club on Saturday, and they did a backward Toastmasters meeting. Can you imagine? You start with the general evaluator up until the first speaker. And then the president now introduces the Toastmaster of the day after the Toastmaster has run the entire meeting. It was mind-blowing. It was hilarious. An evaluator giving feedback to a speaker before the speaker speaks. Now, you as a speaker, you have to fit into the evaluation that you were given, because if the evaluator said you are pacing a lot, you cannot use the stage properly. You have to pace to fit into that evaluation. So I find it very fun. It's never that serious in Toastmasters. And when you're talking about finesse, let me tell you, Toastmasters sharpens us. When I look at my club, one of the rules that were there, considering that we are meeting at United Kenya Club, is a dress code. You had to be sharp. You had to dress sharp. And it teaches you how to show up. It teaches you how to show up. You have to look the part. You have to look the speech. You have to deliver with excellence, you know? So I like what you're sharing. And the focus part, Demelash, the time aspect of Toastmasters is a core thing. We have to keep to time. You have to focus. If it's one thing you're doing, you do it and you do it well. So thank you for enlightening us, Dr. Rabia. Fun, finesse, and focus. And Demilash told us about leadership, the core of Toastmasters. It goes beyond public speaking to understanding leadership. Now, you guys, we know the benefits of Toastmasters. We know, or we've heard the rumor, now that you guys have not attended TEACON before, you know what is at TEACON from what you've heard. Demilashi mentioned Mekedela was there, and we had a phenomenal time with Mekedela, Ethiopies, oh my goodness, Jonas. Yeah, we had a
Ida,
fantastic time. Ida,
yeah,
Mnet, oh, we had a
yes,
swell time.
Shagga,
Yes, yes.
Hagari, Marta,
Hagary's speech was
Betty,
amazing.
Betty,
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
Betty, yeah,
So when
yeah,
you look at
Henok,
that, you guys are
yes.
both division directors. How do we get people under your division to come down to Mombasa? What challenges are you experiencing that are on the ground that we as the planning team might not have heard or we're not aware of? And how can we alleviate this to make sure that people focus on the benefits they're going to get by attending TCON? Demilat, you can start us
Okay,
off.
yeah, okay. Um, one of the things DT Magdala is doing, he created one WhatsApp group, the planning group. So members are joining that group, and he's communicating with the district as well to facilitate things. So that way, he's doing a great job and supporting the division director. So the TCOM part is already 100%. He took that, and he encouraging the members to move to Mombasa.
Mm-hmm.
I think on the group still we have more than 20 members. So the challenge is the exchange rate, but Magdala is also communicating with DTM, our district program quality director, DTM Robert Karanja, to pay maybe on the arrival or that's the entrance ticket.
Yeah.
So the challenge is the exchange rate. Other than that, I think there is no any challenge because, as I said, we love creating fun, we love being together, and we live on the diversity and as well as in team. As Dr. Keva Rubia said, fun is the most things that because Dr. Ralph Smedley, I love
Yeah.
one of the things that he said. He said, we learn best in moments of enjoyment. Dr. Ralph Smedley believes that true learning occurs when one is immersed in enjoyment. His wisdom highlights the synergy between education and joy,
Yes.
emphasizing that the most profound lessons are absorbed when the process is delightful and engaging. That's why Dr. Kever Rubia picked the fun part at the priority. So there is no any challenge for us to join the TEACON. The only thing, as I said, the exchange rate, but we can also solve that since DT Magdala is communicating with the district because the district is there to solve problems. So I hope we have more than that number. As I said, there are more than 20. So we have from last year, this year, we come with big number. Yeah.
Yes, we want you to come in big numbers. Come one, come all. It's Mombasa. It's Mombasa. Even for us Kenyans, it is Mombasa. It's not Nairobi. It's a place to relax and unwind. The exchange, do not worry. The currency, the challenge, the currency, we are on top of it, that's for sure. All I'll encourage you to do is now register Devalash, we need Ethiopians to register so that we can also help with the logistics of the accommodation and the transport. And that is one thing we are offering that people do not know. We are so blessed with a number of people who are equipped in different capacities. So when you're talking about Toastmasters East African Conference, it comes as a package. We're also helping you get your accommodation and your transport. We don't want you to have a challenge coming to Kenya. We are very warm people here. And considering this is Toastmasters, we have a lot to showcase also in Kenya, that we are not wild, we are not rude. What are some other stereotypes that we have out there about Kenyans, Kevin?
Bullying. I was told
Yeah.
we are bullies.
Yes, I've heard that before. We're not bullies. We are very kind people. Devilish, you're muted. Kindly unmute yourself.
Let me add, because rather than Kevin, it's better for me to
Yes,
answer
please.
about Kenyan,
Tell
because
us. Mhm.
I met for the first time in Mombasa our the district training, yeah, Dr. Kevin
Yes.
Rubia as area director. So the Kenyan, the East Africans are very much sociable. They're sociable. Yeah, we met from people from Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania, and Kenya. And what is the other thing, Dr. Kevin? The other country?
Uganda?
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia,
Okay.
yeah, 5 countries. No, I know Ethiopians. I'm asking.
Rwanda. Burundi.
Yeah, 5 countries,
Burundi.
yeah. Burundi, yeah. So just to generalize,
Yes.
they all are the East Africans that I observed.
Yeah.
Sociable. Sociable.
Yeah.
Easy to communicate, easy to operate, friendly. So just rather than asking Dr. Keva Rubia, it's better to answer for me. That's back to you.
You know, Demilash, you've told us about East Africans. This is why I was asking Kevin, because a lot of people say Kenyans in the East African community that we are bullies, we are rude. I'm like, no, that's not us. You're confusing us. We are very nice people. That's why we're welcoming you to Mombasa this time. And we make good food as well, spicy food. For those ones who tell us our food is not all that, it is all that plus more. You need to come to Mombasa to see it. Kevin, tell me.
I like the soup. Dr. Keva, I like the soup, yeah.
I'd want to know what soup that is, Demilash. I would want to know what soup that is.
Yeah,
Is it the one that we boil goats in their feet and
no,
their heads?
no. But Dr. Keva Rubia, remember it, yeah.
Okay, great. Now, when you come for soup, please bring your coffee, because Ethiopia has one of the best coffees in East Africa. Please bring us your coffee. It's the only coffee that I get to take. I am not loyal to my country sometimes, especially when it comes to coffee. But Kevin, tell us, as a division director in the host country, what are the challenges you are experiencing with getting people to register and also convincing them to head down to Mombasa?
The main challenge has been the fact that the renewal was coming at the same time as the registration or paying for TEACON early booking, for example. So that was the particular challenge, because you need to cater some money aside for renewing your membership, and also still managing to book early for TEACON. So many people were requesting that we push the pre-early bird deadline a bit further to postpone the deadline. However, I hope many of those people have joined, because if you join this meeting, post your club's name, and we have the highest numbers coming from your club, you actually stand to get that $100 discount. So I'm happy to see Candy, Josephine Osumo, who's the TEACON convener, and their team make it still possible for those who may have missed out for one reason or another, the $100 rate to still do it. We are celebrating 100 years in Toastmasters, and $100 I know is what we are trying to target. Please keep your eyes peeled, members of Division D, Toastmasters in Kenya and East Africa, of the various offers that are coming. There was one also on April Fool's Day. It was not a joke, it was for real. For those who managed to get it, they actually got the $100 rate. So let's pay nonetheless, whether it's $100 or $120, which is the current rate, let's do it. The other thing is just the logistics, which you have already mentioned, that there's someone or there's a team that is catering for that. All people need to do is register, right? On that note, I have a question. Is it enough to register, or what if you don't have the cash right now? Can you still register without necessarily having to pay? Or you can, because I have a member, for example, who registered during the $100 rate, but hasn't paid till date. Is that still valid for them?
All right, that's a very good question. You can register. Please register, because when you register, at least we have your details and we can follow up with you to just remind you of the payment, and also to alert you when we are having flash sales so that you can take advantage of that. However, if you registered at a point where people were paying $100, that's during the pre-early bird, and that time elapsed, you will not pay the $100 you registered for. That was registration. You registered, you selected the ticket, but the time has already elapsed. You will have to now pay with the current season we're in, and that's the early bird ticket that's going for $120. But please make sure you register. And on that note, Kevin, a lot of people have, not a lot, a few people have been paying without registering. Please don't do that, because we do not know whether you're paying for yourself or you're paying for another member. And it's not easy to go on the WhatsApp groups to try and find, does anyone know Kevin Rubia? And if Kevin is not active, we're not going to get Kevin. So please make sure that you register fast so that we can send you an email with a list of accommodation and transport, and also to send you your ticket after you have paid. It's very important that you register, whether you have paid now or you don't have the money now, you're going to pay later. Just make sure you register. You never know, that flash sale might find you. And if you don't have your details, we will not be able to alert you and tell you 1st April, there's a flash sale. And the beauty is that instead of extending the pre-early bird rate, because we understand Africans and African timing, it's a thing. It is a thing. I do not subscribe to it. But now that we understand it's a thing, you are a Toastmaster. We are not going to extend. We are going to give you flash sales so that you use that. We're going to give you opportunities. That time already elapsed. We're going to give you opportunities to still get the $100 ticket. And I'd like to give a shout out to some people here who are representing their clubs. And honestly, Kevin Demelash, I don't see any club winning the offer today, because I can only see one person representing each club. So I'm wondering, is it that guys are not eager for sales? Don't you like sales? A shout out to our CGD Club Growth Director, Janie Mule, Dan Odera from K Toastmasters, Maria Mabella from Da Toastmasters, Tracy Mamu from SEMA, Elizabeth Kipruta from Kwanzaa. Glad to have you. Thank you guys for joining us, but I don't see anyone getting this. Where are your club members? Why didn't you wake someone else to come and help you type on this chat? We need to maximize on these opportunities. As we're talking about maximizing the benefits of TEACON, there's an opportunity to maximize for your club. These opportunities that you're getting them, maximize them for your club. You may not be the one who wants to come, but for any other person who wants to come, saving $20, that can pay for accommodation for at least a night somewhere. So take this opportunity to show up. Now, as we bring this to a wrap, because it's almost 7:30, maybe our final words. Demelash, how would you encourage a person to attend TEACON? inspire, motivate someone to sign up and attend TEACON?
Yeah. Um, as I said, the diversity is one of the things that we learn from this big conference. So I encourage members to see that diversity, to build their networks, and to build that beautiful friendship. And through that, we also learn from the educational session. The speeches are also one of the things that we learn, because we human beings, most of the time we learn from observation. Most of the information is absorbed from observation. So I encourage members to join and come understand the advantage of TEACON. So as we have discussed, from starting 6:30 early in the morning till now, we are speaking about the benefits of TEACON. So the advantages are a lot. So I encourage all of join and come and take all the necessary skills and the diversity, the network, the friendship. So that's my words.
Thank you very much, Demelash. Come, network, make a friend, enjoy the diversity that the East African Toastmasters East African Conference has to offer. Now, Kevin Rabia, as a person who is in the host country, what is the call you will give to Toastmasters outside Kenya to encourage them to sign up and join TEACON rather, attend TEACON?
Do you want to catapult your growth? That is my rallying call. To catapult your growth, to make yourself grow a bit faster, come to TEACON. I'll give an example. I have a mentee who attended TEACON for the first time, only having been a Toastmaster for around 3 or 4 months. From that experience itself, she learned what Toastmasters has to offer. She got exposed to other cultures, as Demelash has talked about, and networked with many people. In fact, she met one of them during an interview. And now she serves as the vice president membership of our club and has participated in 2 contests.
Wow.
Just because of being inspired and seeing participants on stage during the contests at the TEACON, the Toastmasters East African Conference. This can be that nudge as a new Toastmaster, as a Toastmaster who's been there for the longest time, as a Toastmaster who's shy, or a Toastmaster who thinks, you've seen it all. Come, learn, interact, and catapult your growth. Kendi.
Wow. Come, learn, interact, and catapult your growth. I couldn't have summed it up better. Thank you for that. If there's a place that you desire, if there's a place to be stretched, let me put that word there, to be stretched and to be forced to grow, whether you like it or not, Toastmasters is the place to experience that. And Toastmasters East African Conference is that place that brings all these people who are in East Africa who have bought into the idea of Toastmasters, a place where leaders are made. So it doesn't matter what you're doing that day. If you're able to leave everything and come down to Pride in Paradise Beach Hotel, 9th to 11th May, please join us. It will only cost you $100. Currently, the ticket is going for $120 up to 15th April. Then thereafter, it will be $150, which is a regular ticket. Please join us. Please join us. If you're a Toastmaster, do not miss out on this opportunity. And just to encourage you for other conversations, actually to tell you about what is coming up next, we're going to be talking about sponsorship come Saturday. What are the opportunities to sponsor people? What are the opportunities for you as an organization to sponsor this particular conference, and what is in it for you? It's not, South Africans like saying mahala. It is not mahala. It's not free of charge. If you choose to sponsor us, there is something that we will give back to say thank you for working with us and making sure that our conference is successful. So tune in. I encourage you as a Toastmaster, if you're not able to come, support another Toastmaster in the spirit of Toastmastership, in the spirit of family, clubness. There's no clubness, but in that spirit of friendship, in that spirit of encouraging diversity, if you can pay for someone else's ticket, please do so. Bring a friend, bring a family member, and let us enjoy. Thank you so much, Dr. Kevin Rubia and Demelesh. Demelesh, I will not dare pronounce that name. I will not dare, but thank you so much for tuning in all the way from Ethiopia. Looking forward to see all the beautiful faces of our brothers and sisters from Ethiopia, and looking forward to having the entire Toastmasters and the District 114 come to Mombasa. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a lovely day. Adios.